Whoa!
God!
Easy. Good. Whoa! Whoa! Whoa!
What did I do to you?
The Lord sees you.
I heard some interesting books from Prague have arrived at the castle. There's one I'd like to borrow. An alchemist's cookbook. A sand-coloured cover, embossed.
Yes, several rare and astonishing books have arrived from Prague. But why are you interested in an alchemist's cookbook, of all things?
I've heard there are some interesting ideas in it. Every alchemist is in dogged pursuit of wisdom, especially those from Prague.
Perhaps you know more about that book than I do. Well, I'll have to disappoint you. Lord Nickvard Libak helped me sort the new books at the time, and the one you're looking for caught his attention. He left with it before I could even discover what it's about. All I remember is the author's initials, B.B. I'm fairly benevolent when it comes to lending books, and I appreciate Nickvard's help, but he's had it borrowed for an excessive amount of time now. I'd like to ask him to return it, but he's been avoiding me.
Why would Nickvard suddenly be avoiding you?
I have a sneaking suspicion. It seems Nickvard lost the book. I've warned him repeatedly not to carry borrowed books around with him, but to leave them in his chamber and read them there. But Nickfard is old and stubborn, and this is how things turn out.
Well, it's still just a book. Paper and leather.
You say that? To a scribe?
I thought there were more precious things. Like a human life.
We could have a long discussion comparing the value of a Takovite peasant's life with, say, a treatise on physics by Hildegard von Bingen. Ahem. But I digress. As I said, Nickvard is intentionally avoiding me. But I've made headway. I've managed to find 3 people who've spoken to him recently. Bertha, the cook, Regina, the maid, and Hirsch, the hand.
I reckon those aren't the only 3 people that know him.
I'm surprised that he's ever spoken to anyone but myself. Nickvard is a loner. Which is also why I suspect something bad has happened. Now that he's decided to leave his shell, that is. But I'm afraid that's all I've managed to find out. Since Lord von Berkove's arrival, I've been preoccupied with other matters.
I'll help you. I'll ask all 3 and see if they lead me to Nickvard.
Many thanks. If you aren't sure what to do, stop by and we'll discuss what you found out.
I won't keep you any longer.
Mind where you're going?
Does the name Nickvard mean anything to you?
Aye, a local nobleman. He wanted me to paint his portrait. And to make him look young. I forgot about it. To tell you the truth, it was quite the challenge.
Have you seen him lately? I'm trying to find him.
Not in a while, but as you know, I spent some time tied to a tree. I'm sorry, I can't be of more help.
I've got the stuff they stole from you.
You must have been sent by God himself. Thank you.
Don't mention it.
Tell me, how did things end with those 2? Did you settle things peacefully?
I had a bit of a quarrel with one of them, and it didn't end well.
What? For Christ's sake! Aren't there enough murderers in this land already?
There really was no other way.
I'd like to believe you, truly. But somehow, I just can't. Well, you did bring my things back. So I should repay you somehow. Here, take these dice of mine. They've brought me nothing but trouble. And to be honest, I wanted them back just so I could give them to you. And not just them. You know what? I'll paint something on your shield. Judging by the look of you, that could be a very useful reward.
What do you mean?
You may have the face of a village lad, but you're a warrior. Even my painted skull can see that. And it's got no eyes.
Well, it's something at least.
Just wait until you see how beautiful it'll be. If you want, we can get started right away. What do you say?
Can you paint a shield for me?
By all means. What shield is it to be? A knightly one. Good choice. It turned out well, didn't it?
Do you still need help with something?
Do you feel like you haven't done enough yet?
Well, I'm more afraid to leave you on your own. Who knows what tree you'd end up tied to this time?
Who'd have thought my fairy godmother would be so manly? Tell me, Henry, do you believe in signs?
I believe mainly in honest work. So have you got any, or not?
I'll get to that, but first answer me this. Do you believe in signs?
I don't believe in that. It's just old wives' tales.
Really? And the fact that you saved me must have been an unbelievably lucky coincidence.
Why do you think so?
Call it vanity if you want, but I've spent my whole life yearning to create something truly great and meaningful. Something that would remain after I'm gone, so that even 100 years from now, people would know that someone named Voiter lived here.
I don't know. I don't know many painters by name.
No? What about Master Theodoric of Prague? Or Giotto of Florence? And surely you've heard of the works of the Parlour Workshop.
Unfortunately, none of those names ring any bells.
And that's exactly what I want to change. Believe me, one truly exceptional painting would be enough to make me one of the greats. And here in the Trotsky region, they say there's a place that could serve as my inspiration. Unfortunately, no one really remembers where it is, but you have already proven yourself to be quite skilled at finding lost things. Maybe that's why fate brought us together, to help me with my life's work.
Well, I don't know. What kind of place are you looking for?
Well, I hope you won't think I'm a heretic, but I'm curious what people believed in before they'd heard the word of the Lord. What did they think would happen after death? And where did they worship their idols? And they say that such a place can still be found in this region, a shrine where the pagan god Velez was worshipped in ancient times. Have you heard of him?
Unfortunately not. Our parish priest in the village only ever talked about one god. The true one.
Velez is said to be the ruler of the underworld and protector of cattle. He looks like an ordinary man, but he's got horns on his head, so people sometimes mistake him for the devil. So, what do you say? Will you help me find his shrine?
All right, I'll help you. What do you need me to do?
Go to Vidlak Pond, north of Takov, and talk to the old woman who lives there. You'll find the place easily. They tan hides there, so you'll smell it from miles away. The woman's name is Kvietoslava. She should know something about the shrine.
If you know where the old woman is, why don't you ask her yourself?
Don't think I haven't tried. I've been to her twice. Once, she sent me off into some marsh, and the second time, she didn't even remember me. But a young lad like you might have better luck. Maybe you can jog her memory a bit.
Where did you say I could find this Kvietoslava?
West of Takov, by Vidlak Pond, among the tanners. You'll know it by the stench. It nearly turned my stomach inside out.
How about you go somewhere else? For good, ideally.
Are you blind? I'll be keeping my eye on you.
My God. Oh, well. Leave me alone, you nobody. I ain't gonna talk to the likes of you.
Let's make up, shall we? Here's some compensation.
All right. But I'll be keeping my eye on you.
I'd like to learn a new combat technique.
Why not? If you have a bit of time, I can teach you something. I like a longsword, but there's not much room for it in the heat of battle, where brute force will come in more handy for you. Such a hit with the pommel of a sword, handle of an axe, or edge of a shield will certainly disorient everyone. Would you like me to show you?
That sounds good. Teach me that.
All right. As I already said, often mainly brute force will help you in a fight. Attack with any short weapon a few quick times. Then, move towards the opponent and hit him in the face with the shaft. Oh, and if you have a shield, use it. That will definitely ruin your opponent's day. Now come and try it a few times. Good, good. You've really got...
I'd like to learn a new combat technique.
Certainly. Why not? I happen... If you are not afraid of fistfights, I'll show you a little trick. It is actually a simple blow with the back of the hand to the opponent's neck. I was taught it by a good old Franciscan, back when I was studying. I wonder what became of him.
That sounds good. Teach me that.
But of course, it's kind of a useful little ruse. First, you kick your opponent between the legs and pretend you're losing your balance. But at that moment, you swing the back of your hand at his neck. It won't put a blow down, but it'll give you time to attack again. Now come and try it a few times. Well,
I'd like to learn a new combat technique.
why not? If you have a bit of time. As you can probably figure, I like the longsword because it's beautiful and an absolutely nimble weapon. Our grandfathers didn't use them, but today in Prague, everyone is tripping over themselves to learn how to fight with one. I'll be happy to show you how to handle it better. What do you say?
That sounds good. Teach me that.
As you wish. The first thing is to realize a sword has two blades, and thanks to your second hand on the hilt, you can quickly spin it around and hit your opponent's head. These are exactly the techniques that make the longsword an extremely deadly weapon. Now come and try it a few times. Well,
For a whipping, eh?
all good? No.
I'd like to learn a new combat technique.
Certainly. Why not? I happen to have some time on my hands, and a good stretch would do me well.
Can we fight?
As you wish. Practice or the real thing?
I want to have a real fight, with real weapons.
How many opponents do you want?
Now, this isn't my first time. I can handle 3.
Are you ready?
You want to try me? I'll rip your arse open.
Come on then! Take that!
I'm all yours.
You're no match
No,
for
you
us,
son of
fucker! Enough! That's enough!
Well, have you had enough?
Plenty.
You've got a lot to learn. Go and pull yourself together, treat those wounds. We can continue afterwards. Look out.
Leave me alone, you nobody! I ain't gonna talk to the likes of you.
I'm sorry. I'll gladly pay for the damages.
All right, but I'll be keeping my eye on you.
What do you have for sale? I'd like to discuss...
Sure. Aye, that'll... Thank you, and take care.
I need something repaired. Let's talk about the price.
Very well. Finally, a reasonable sum. Thank you kindly, and come again, friend.
Come for a whipping, eh?
Why are you pestering me? I didn't do anything.
Not at the moment you didn't, but I know who you are.
Let's fight.
As you wish. Practice or the real thing?
I want to have a real fight, with real weapons.
How many opponents do you want?
Now, this isn't my first time. I can handle 3.
All right, let's get started.
I've been waiting for you. Out! I'm out.
I surrender. But don't let it go to your head. I'll even the score next time.
We'll see about that.
I'm done for today. I reckon I'll be bloody sore tomorrow.
All right.
Look out.
Christ.
You don't belong here.
Mind where you're going.
So I went to see my brother.
Slowly. Nice and slow.
You nearly killed me.
Go! Ka! Ka!
You're a dead man.
Sorry, but your husband died.
No, no, no. My Volstatek. What am I going to do now? Why didn't you help him? Go away. Leave me be. I want to be alone.
I'll be keeping an eye on you. Leave me alone, you nobody! I ain't gonna talk to the likes of you.
Let's make up, shall we? Here's some compensation.
Huh. All right. But I'll be keeping my eye.
Would you repair a few things for me? Word about the price.
Huh. Very well.
You see? I knew we'd make a deal. Right. Come back anytime, friend. So you have a weapon.
Whoa!
What are you poking around here for?
Good wife, do you know anything about a shrine around here?
Come closer, lad. Now that I see you up close, aren't you? No, you're not. But you look just like him.
Like who? Who are you talking about?
My Vlasta. It's been so long since I've laid him to rest. I've been a widow for so many years, but I still look out for him every afternoon, expecting he'll come home along the stream. He'd always pick me flowers, and when I greeted him, he'd grab me around the waist and spin me until my skirt flew. And all the dances we went to in our younger days.
That must have been a long time ago.
And he wrote me poems and whispered them to me before bedtime.
Did you end up living here all alone? Don't you have anyone to help around the house?
The children went out into the world and my husband went to heaven. That's life. Benish, who was sent here from Trusky, helps me sometimes. He doesn't say much, but he's a good worker.
Sorry, but I'd really like to know if there's a shrine around here. It might have pictures or statues of bulls.
Bulls? My grandmother used to tell me stories about one like that. But maybe it was just a fairy tale.
And did she say where it was?
Maybe. Oh, I don't know, lad. My memory's failing me.
It would really help me if you could remember the shrine. What might refresh your memory?
I don't know. Since Vlasta died, I've been completely useless. Honestly, I kind of hope I'll forget him soon, too. Maybe then I wouldn't miss him so much.
Come now. You're supposed to remember the good things. You said he used to pick you flowers, right? Well, I could do that too. Maybe it'll help jog your memory.
Well, if you really want to cheer up an old woman, Vlasta always picked me valerian. Made the whole hearthroom smell lovely dried out.
Valerian or Vlasta?
What did you say?
Nothing. I'll pick some for you too. Fresh and fragrant. I'll be back in no time.